When I'm bored because I'm sitting in a sermon with haphazardly cobbled together verses that are being used out of context, one of my favorite pastimes is to wait for the book of Job to be quoted. And I just wait for a couple of lines of wisdom from the book of Job to be delivered from the pulpit. And then I quickly look up the reference to see who is delivering the line. And I say that because in the book of Job, there's some narrative portions, but the vast majority of it is Hebrew poetry delivered by 4 or 5 independent speakers. For example, Eliphaz the Temanite says this: "Behold, blessed is the one whom God reproves. Therefore, despise not the discipline of the Almighty." Or Bildad the Shuhite, the shortest man in the Bible, says, "See, God will not reject a blameless person, nor take the hand of evildoers." Zophar the Naamathite, gotta love these names, he says, "If you prepare your heart, you will stretch out your hands toward him. You could lift up your face without spot." And all of this sounds like good wisdom, and that's exactly the point and the reason it shows up in the book of Job, because even though it sounds like good wisdom, at the end of the book of Job, all 3 of the friends get condemned. And God explicitly says, "Job spoke rightly about me, and you 3 spoke wrongly about me." So I get a kick out of it when people try quoting those 3 friends, trying to extract some sort of principle that we're supposed to apply to our lives, when God explicitly at the end of that book says, hey, don't listen to those 3 guys. Maybe we should stop quoting the book of Job like that. And maybe we should read the larger story with its context and actually do it justice, instead of just pulling things out of context to make whatever point might be convenient for the sermon we're trying to make. I might sound a little more angsty than I actually am. I get it's hard to make a sermon, but let's do our best.